Hey, what's up? Matt Wyatt here. Title game in the books. Clemson blew out Alabama. Now, none of us saw that coming. You could see a scenario where Clemson wins a game. Sure, they've done it before, but not in 20, 30-point blowout fashion, right? And certainly not whipping Alabama on both lines of scrimmage for a big portion of the game. Didn't see it coming. My prediction, dead wrong. Certainly interesting. Hats off to Clemson. So let's take a look at some plays all four quarters. Try to figure out how it happened.
All right, no score. First big play of the game is made by Clemson. Corner jumps the underneath route. Ball is thrown behind him. Kind of confusion on the route, and it's pick six. Let's take a look. You go back and you look. You have a combo route where the inside receiver of the slot is running that out route to the sideline, and then outside receiver is on top. But the action is a little bit confusing. So first, if you look at the outside guy for Alabama, he actually doesn't run this sharp slant route, which is kind of what I think the quarterback is throwing off the back hip of the receiver, reading, 101 at the top. What he does instead, it's almost like he's trying to block the corner. Again, you can see he's not running a route, and his eyes never do actually turn and try to find the QB and find the ball. So there it is, and the corner is reading the QB the whole way, who has initially let the ball go. The other thing that's confusing about this is it's an out route here by the receiver, and it's a very much a throw that's behind him. And that's why I almost thought it's like quarterback is expecting outside receiver to get in that window, is what it looks like. If it's just if it's a misthrow, this is a guy who's running that out route, and quarterback very much leaves the ball back to the inside. At any rate, just an aggressive play, knowing what the route is and jumping it by the corner at the right time, and turns it into six the other way. So again, you see it from behind, kind of quarterback's view. Again, you see what he sees and what looks like an out route that's covered with what should be a slant coming back here. If quarterback is expecting slant to come from behind, he's got this window, and maybe that's what he's expecting, but it doesn't happen because outside receiver looked like he was trying to block on the play, like there was confusion. And again, it could be that he's trying to throw it to the out route and just underthrew it or left it behind. Either way, great play by the corner. Alabama comes back, big play, gets third receiver on a three receiver side matched up against the safety, and receiver just runs by him. Perfect throw from the quarterback as well to leave it outside the hash where he could catch the football. So on the snap, a couple things he sees. First of all, the deep safety to the three receiver side there is shaded all the way over on the hash. Okay, so you got all this room here in the middle of the field. Now this shows your quarterback could totally trust the speed of his receiver to get deep. He's already thinking that, but he's flipped his eyes here to the middle of the field, and so it's almost a little surprising that here doesn't get the ball. Like I said, pre-snap had all this room. You get the one-on-one here who's going to get into that void, and he's wide open too. So you can see it, wide open middle of the field receiver here. But the quarterback has made his decision. I'm going to get inside move and deep up top and a chance to throw a bomb. Lets it go, and the ball placement is key. With the receiver gave him inside move and then back vertical here on the hash, quarterback puts the ball here on or outside the hash. If he floats it and leaves it inside, safety's going to make a play, maybe bat it away, pick it off. This is a perfect throw. Clemson comes back, beats him vertically with two receivers into the boundary, stacked them over there, and they're both running verticals, one on top, one underneath, and you just outrun the secondary, get a big play. Just a couple of quick things about this. If you look on alignment, Alabama has three down linemen and then three second-level defenders sort of in the box. Okay, so this is that 3-3 nickel deal. And if you look, they've got stacked receivers here, stacked receivers, and Alabama pre-snap kind of evens that up. Three defensive backs on two on that side, and the same thing over here. You got one, a corner outside, and a safety back here off screen. Now, whether or not they're trying to, rotate back to a cover three or not, the way this is read looks like to me is both these guys are running verticals up the field, one following the other. And if corner stays outside, and if the safety hesitates at all, you're going to run on top. If the safety flies out of there, or corner does, you're going to have that second vertical in that void with the ability to throw him open in the middle of the field. And again, without knowing how they called it, you don't know exactly what the route concept is, and you don't get a huge view on TV. You just know that safety could not get over and the corner stayed outside. So Clemson going to come back, run the ball in the end zone. Looks like an outside zone type run, get a block on the edge, outrun the next level, break 2 tackles, and you're in. And if you kind of look at the design of the play, again, the reason it looks like outside zone, unblocking the defensive end to the side you're running to. And this also looks like that kind of, inside read by the quarterback where a lot of people will not read the edge, but they'll read the linebacker. But I think he's reading the defensive end right here. At least it looks like it could be, again, without knowing the call. So he steps down, kind of hesitates and hangs right there on the edge, so quarterback gives. And they've got a 3-receiver side here, and third man inside just kind of gets in the way of his guy on the line of scrimmage, going to help get him to the edge. So you saw that happen, the bump there. Now running back's going to get to the edge. Now the other thing's happening. Linebacker's not blocked. He's running, got to take an angle. And here's a safety unblocked coming down too. And you look at his angle, it's very north and south in terms of his angle, knowing the ball could go out wide. And he's got help here. This is a poor angle by the safety. He's got to go here and expect help from the inside, which he does have. See, so now linebacker can't run him down, running back too fast, speed to get past this guy, and the safety has come down and now is trying to peel back out. Poor angle by the safety. Corner does a pretty nice job to get off of it to try to hit him, but not enough contact. That speed and running through, poor angles, and now you're in. Alabama comes back, going to get them a little bootleg here on the goal line. Great fake. They go for the run. Tight end open in the end zone, wide open. Real quick, couple things on the design. Again, look, everybody on the field is right here. Nobody split out. Even a guy lined up at tight ends wearing number 77. You got full house backfield. And look at the action of the quarterback. I like the design because you open away from the man that you want to make sure, and the side that you want to make sure doesn't, go for the tight end. They want to go for the fake. If quarterback has reversed out, they're going to kind of see the football a little easier, I think. But because you open away from them, they don't get to see the football, and then it's up to your quarterback to make a good fake. It's really good action right here. You can see end is fooled. He's got the ball hidden. This is really good fundamentals in terms of play action, ball handling, and footwork. You saw him pause for an extra second. And by now, your tight end's going to be able to get out of the scrum wide open. Good play call, better execution.
Back and forth, the pick six, and then the bomb. We're tied, and Clemson goes right down, scores, adds the pressure. Alabama comes down. Now they've scored. All they got to do is kick an extra point to tie the game at 14-all. But when they missed that extra point off the upright, it just was this giant buzzkill, I think, for the Alabama fans and, more importantly, the Alabama sideline. This kind of oh crap moment, especially when Clemson then took the football and went right back down the field again on that Alabama defense.
Later touchdown run for Clemson. They walk it in the end zone, the inside zone, and no challenge. When you look at what happened, 3-man front here on the goal line for Alabama, and Clemson catches them trying to twist the nose and the end back to the inside. So really it's just the perfect call for the front. Quarterback's job is to read the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that is a linebacker in this case and 3-man front. And so they're going to read him whether or not he's giving or keeping. If you look, he's obviously going to stay outside because inside what's happening is end is headed this way, and the nose is trying to come back around, and that's just going to really kind of open that hole because guard and tackle step up, and they're trying to combo to the next level. The center steps up when the nose leaves, and he's on the linebacker right away. So the nose guard kind of runs himself out of it. You've read this player, so now you got 2 players you don't really even have to block here on the goal line. And there's your crease. You walk through it for a touchdown. Later, another interception. Alabama has a slot man running vertical, and they're underneath with a route with the tight end lined up wide. They show cover 2, rotate to a 3-deep zone, and a quarterback throws it to the corner. It's good play. If if you look at a couple things, how it happened, it's sort of like trying to bait a quarterback into a throw, but it's a rotation a lot of teams do. So if you look pre-snap here, lined up in a 4-2 front, and it's obviously zone with that third linebacker defender, nickel defender split out on the hash, and the corners are up, and then 2 safeties back deep on the hash. It's a classic cover 2 look. It's what it looks like pre-snap, no question about it. But on the snap of the ball, the safety on the right hash is just hanging in there. The other is falling back into the middle, and both corners are retreating. So they're basically rotating to or jumping into, on the snap, a 3-deep zone deal. It's still zone. It's just instead of in cover 2 where the corners are going to be up and the void is behind him, now the corners are dropping and the void are basically in front of the corners on 1st and 10. So it's a misread by the QB, because even though the safety kind of jumped back to the middle, now he's got this vertical up the hash. He's trying to hit it like he did before. The corner is the one who has now dropped and is staying outside. So quarterback kind of made his mind up ahead of time where I'm throwing it and didn't necessarily read the coverage or the rotation. When you look at the route from another angle, again, what you're going to see is, sure, the receiver's going to run past that slot defender in the zone. There is a safety back here on the inside. But what's happening is the corner's flying out of there to play a deep third on their call, their rotation. So if you read the play and actually see the corner fly out of there, you're going to see that the underneath is what they're trying to give you right here with the tight end. So it's 1st and 10. He's taking a shot trying to throw a touchdown up the hash. Tight end sitting out here by himself. And you'd have an easy first down, I think, if you flip it to the tight end. He's trying to go touchdown, has misread the coverage. The corner falling back in his deep third and just runs the football down. So this one's on the quarterback. Clemson showed this before. They did some option stuff out of a 3-receiver formation. Here's a shovel pass to the running back, read the in-man line of scrimmage. There's a lot going on here. Take a look. One thing, that 3-receiver look down here on the goal line, one thing it does to Alabama is pre-snap, it puts 4 defenders out here in coverage and over a 3-receiver side. So you get 4 guys out here out of the box where you're going to run the ball. So it's a good design pre-snap. Next thing is blocking. Tackle and guard combo on the defensive tackle up to the linebacker. So those 2 are responsible for those 2 for the most part, and they're going to read the unblocked defensive end, quarterback is. So as he reads and comes this way, if the end hangs or kind of floats outside, that pitch is going to come back in there. And the left guard, the backside guard 74, is actually pulling around and is going to lead the pitch man if he gets it. And so you're going to have numbers 2. Also, if you look, while this is happening, one of those would-be box defenders is still concerned about the 3-receiver route, not even really looking inside and just kind of hanging on the goal line. So good read by quarterback, one little step outside by the end, and so he pitches back into where the running back is. Guard is now taking care of the defensive tackle. Tackle stepping up on the linebacker, going to get more help with the pulling guard coming, and there's your lane. Now, pretty good job by 33 to fall back in there with a chance to make the play, and this is on the running back just to get through that and break that tackle. Alabama down 31-16 on a 4th down. They're going to fake that field goal and have the holder kind of running there behind right guard and right tackle. And it's really a poor design because Clemson has numbers. And honestly, it's hard to kind of figure out what the thinking is. It's not like you need a yard. You need, the better part of 4 yards right there. You can see the line to gain on the TV copy. And the other thing is, the way it's designed is you're going to depend on right guard, right tackle to combo up to 1, and you're going to depend on the other 2 to combo the outside and lead with the kicker. And that is the kicker to me, pardon the pun there. But even though guard and tackle drive that defender off, they drive it outside right here, you still have an unblocked defender who's got to be accounted for somehow. Even though they're comboing, you got to account for the kicker is the lead blocker. So, one peels off, He steps in the hole. Now it's one-on-one here. You got to make 4 yards. You have another unblocked Clemson player coming in the hole. And again, it's just hard to figure out how, when you need 4 yards, we're going to run the ball from a kneel-down position. We don't really have numbers on alignment, and the guy who's leading your ball carrier into the hole is actually the kicker. It's just a really bad design all the way around. And here's the big play against blitz. It really kind of iced it for Clemson late. They get 6-man blitz, go man across with the safety in the middle, corner slips, safety slips, and that young receiver just outruns everybody. You think, oh, how did he get that open? You look at what Alabama's doing here. Clemson has a 3-receiver side, and they are singled up into the boundary 101. And what Alabama has done is gone 3 defensive linemen and 3 at the next level. So 6 players that are blitzing here all out and leaving everybody else in man-to-man. This safety is going to jump down in man-to-man here. It's man here. They got 1 free defender, so they're jumping into man-free, bring everybody else to pressure the quarterback on 3rd and 8. So he's got to get rid of the football. Here's what's really smart about this. Even though it is all-out pressure, pre-snap told him they're bringing 6 guys, and he has 5 linemen and a 6th. So he's not really rushing it. It's not a hot throw. He's standing in there trying to read it when everybody's jumping into man-to-man. He chooses the single receiver side because of all the clarity in the middle here. And you get a little shove from the receiver. We know the injury to the corner, so he fell down. And now he delivers the football perfectly off his back foot to an open receiver after the corner fell down. Now it's up to the safety to come in and make a play, and he kind of loses his footing. Just a great individual effort. Get it back to the inside and outrun the defense.
Hats off to Clemson, got their foot on the gas and never let up. And then towards the end of the game there, when Alabama had to have something miraculous happen, a turnover, tip ball, a couple things like that, all Clemson kept doing is making plays, particularly Ross, that freshman receiver, just behind the back and one-handed catches. And when that was going on with that big lead, you knew it's over. It's Clemson's night. Hats off to Clemson for making it happen. Unbelievable win for them. Just an incredible season for Dabo Swinney and the Tigers. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know about it. Instagram, Twitter, I'm Radio Wyatt. Hit me up, give me a follow there. And also, the best bank in the South, Renaissance Bank, for supporting these videos. They love SEC football and really, all throughout the Southeastern United States. Hit them up there, the best bank in the South, Renaissance Bank, and let them know that I sent you. All right, see you next time. See you.